Anyway, enough of that. Let's get into what happened tonight. I'm going to address the elephant in the room first off. I'm going to tell you right now. Obviously, I'm having to do it this way, the green screen. I'm sorry. I apologize. Thought this was going to be fixed, so it's not. I'm just going to tell you right now. I have never been more disappointed, and this is from an Angels fan that's been watching this team since 1987. I've never been more disappointed in a baseball team up to the deadline than I am now. So much potential on this team, so many injuries that have plagued this team, but that's not an excuse. The bullpen just being a dumpster fire at times. The rotation not getting it done at all. Just all the bad moves by Madden, all the facts that, like, Gibby just joined in, 3 and 10 against Oakland from Facebook. You have all these things stacked up against you. Houston owns us. All these teams are just emphatically better than we are. Then you come to the deadline where I put all my faith in Perry, and I still have some faith in him because there's still time left. But the fact that I told everybody 3 weeks ago, that obviously we had a situation where the Marlins, Pittsburgh, Arizona, there's what is it called? Cincinnati was there, but they started on a win streak. But basically, the bottom teams are going to be selling off bullpen pieces. So go out there and get a bullpen. The Marlins pretty much got rid of their entire bullpen. The Nationals traded away guys like Brad Hand that was rumored to be to the Angels. There was several guys that were available that the Angels just passed on. And don't tell me the Angels don't have prospects. There's certain pages out there, I won't mention names, Haven, that talk out their butts all the time, thinking that they know everything, thinking that we don't have the kind of prospects. But you see what San Diego gave up, which was nothing. You see what the Dodgers gave up, which was nothing. Look what the Dodgers gave up for Matt Scherzer, a guy that I was talking about all freaking year. Some people were saying, why do you want Matt Scherzer? He's old. Dude is still performing. He's pitching like a right-handed Randy Johnson. And now, go figure, Trevor Bauer screws us in the offseason. He screws us by having sex or beating or doing any kind of those allegations, whatever he hasn't been convicted for or will be convicted on. But because he does that, he gets himself banned from the Dodgers, most likely banned from Major League Baseball. And had he not been banned and that not gone on, I'm not saying Matt Scherzer would have came to the Angels. He likely would have went to the Padres. But the fact is he wouldn't have went to the Dodgers. They wouldn't have went after him. They might have went after Trey Turner, but they would not have gotten Max Scherzer. But look what happens. The Angels want certain players. Look what happens. They wind up getting Kurt Suzuki from the Nationals. Who do the Dodgers get? Max Scherzer. And we get like the scrum guys from the Nationals. We get our boy, what's his name? The outfielder, number 9, blanking. We get him. Yeah, Adam Eaton, former National. They get Trey Turner. It comes down to a lot of things. But one thing I'm going to keep blaming and pointing the finger at is Artie Moreno, Mr. Drunk Ass himself. Because the fact that you can't run an organization half as good as Disney did just goes to show you that the Dodgers are printing money because of who they put in charge and how the owners just wipe their hands and let everyone baseball-minded do their job and have built a farm system that will probably kick this team's ass, the Major League roster's ass. And that's a shame. And they're miles ahead of us right now. Miles. But then you could look at the bright side and say, you know what? This team is not that bad, 51-50. But I could tell you something I just talked about with Fernando on their podcast. That's why another reason why I'm on late. The fact of the matter is, there's been 22 blown games by this bullpen. 22 in about 101 games, 102 games now at 51-51. You take half those games, like Fernando said, that were blown games, either tie games that were blown, put it away, or games that were just buttercupped completely. You take those games and add that to the roster right now. Let's just take 10 of them, not even 11. This team has 61 wins. Where does 61 wins put you? Top 5 in the league. That shows you how close this team could be. And then you look at the injuries. You look at the injuries and say, oh, it's the injury's fault. It's this, it's that. It's the trainer's fault. Again, going back to the organization. Again, pointing back at Perry. And not Perry, Artie. Because his training staff has been here since Disney had them. They suck! Look what they did this year. Oh, Upton he's sore. He's day-to-day. He'll be right back. Injured, gone for the year. Or not gone for the year, IL. Fowler. Oh, anyone that knew football saw that was a freaking torn ACL. Everybody. Me and Fernando both texted each other when it happened. Oh, he's done for the year. What did the Angels staff say? Oh, he's going to be out like 2 to 3 days max. He'll be back. They're just icing it. It's a little over, it's a little inflated. He's got some pressure there, but he'll be okay. He'll start running again. He'll be all right. Nope. Done for the year, obviously. Trout. Oh, he's just got a little bit of, he pulled he's got like a burning sensation on the back of his calf. He'll be all right. A couple weeks maybe. How long has it been now? He's missed over 60 games. Rendon, torn vagina 3 times. This 3rd time with a torn vagina. No timetable. I mean, Monostat, whatever you use on it, nothing's working. So, again, you're out more. You have more of your top players out. Now the Nationals, selling off all those players. I mean, again, we couldn't make a move on any of these guys. We're sitting back again. 5 games out. Right there on the cusp of doing something. Maybe having an opportunity. And who do we run into? Oakland. It's almost like you're watching wrestling from the Attitude Era. And you're watching a wrestler like the Angels being cocky. Because they beat up on someone crappy. And then all of a sudden you hear, if you smell, and then The Rock comes down to kick that guy's ass who thought he's good and thought he's cool. I know I'm going the wrong way with it. Maybe that's a bad analogy, but I feel the Angels kind of talk too much. We do as fans too, because on this show, if you watched any of these post games all year, there's been times where I've been through the roof, happy, excited, motivated. I've been not Halo honk status. I'm not like, oh my God, we're going to go to the World Series. Hey, James, play that Ohtani. I'm not that excited. But I do get excited because I see the potential in this team. And you guys and girls out there get excited and you're like, hey, man, maybe we can actually do something. But then we get Buttercup. And then every time we actually do go on somewhat of a roll, who's right around the corner? It's like that meme where he shows that, that dude that's sneaking up on the other guy. That's what it is. Oakland is always right there to remind us, no, you suck. You're not good. Your organization's terrible. Yes, we play in an actual dump, a toilet in Oakland. And yes, we're going to be moving to San Jose. But our franchise is miles above yours. Loreno owns you. No matter what you do, this pitching staff with no namers, we own you. That's what it comes down to. Like, no fight! Like tonight, there should have been a passionate speech by someone in that locker room saying, look, I don't want to lose this year. Do you guys not realize that even if you're the lowest paid on this team, if this team makes the playoffs, you get more money? Shouldn't that be incentive to want to do something good? Aren't half of you guys in 1-year contracts? Aren't you playing for next year? Shouldn't you want to just do something special? Play with some intensity. No. Same Iglesias at bats, 0-2 before you can even flip a coin, and then he's either striking out eye-level pitches or popping out to second base. You have other guys refusing to walk. I mean, the only guy that's walking is the guy you just pulled up. Literally, Marsh is the only guy looking at pitches like, hey, I'm going to work a count. Everyone else is like, swing, 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 swing. Let's go for the fences. It's stupid. Like, you could literally get up and use the restroom, come back, and I'm not even talking about number 2. You go up and take a piss, wash your hands, walk back into the front room, and Oakland's back up again. You could have went and said, hey, the Angels are up at bat. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. I might miss one batter. No, you come back and the inning is over because they're too fast and they're swinging for the fences and everyone's got a launch angle. And then pitching has just been terrible. And the one game where I'm like, oh, this game's going to be over early because Bundy's got to start because magically Cobb can't pitch because of the freaking blister. No. Bundy comes in and he actually, after the first inning, looking like absolute dog crap, actually pitches good the rest of the game, or the rest that he was able to be left in the game, and they only lose 4-0. But again, it could have been 40-0 because there was no effort tonight. And that stadium, literally, okay, if you guys and girls were around back in the 90s, that's nothing as far as what the stadium looked like. The stadium Anaheim Stadium has looked Absolutely terrible at times with fandom back in the day. And I can understand because you had bad product. Now, with the players we have on this squad, there still is no reason for the fans to be at that level of 18,000 per game. But that's what we're getting. And why? I don't blame them. Number one, inflation. It's kind of tough these days. And number two, why would you go to a game when you're starting Al Bundy's illegitimate son and you're not getting any support from this offense whatsoever? There's no passion on this team. I mean, I'm to the point where have they lost the team? Like, is there something internally where no one wants to try? Because I know that there is pride within Major League ball players. And at some point, you have to turn the corner and say, you know what? I want to win. I want to at least do something. I want to help out. And there's nothing. There's nothing. So unless something changes, we are now at what? 10:59, 11 o'clock at night. That will be the end of, or the start of the final couple hours. So we're looking at maybe about 14 hours until the trade deadline. Do you really think, as an Angels fan, that with all the players that have been moved so far, the Angels are going to make the blockbuster deal that's just going to blow you away, that's going to launch them into the postseason? I don't. Right now, I think the best move, if Perry is listening right now, let me tell you something, Perry. The best move, not knowing this Angels organization coming from the Atlanta Braves, sell, and sell some more, and pull up everybody you got from AAA. You have 3 pitchers in the minors right now with sub-2 ERAs in the bullpen. Bring them up. I say bring up Packy. I say bring up Detmers. I say bring up Chris Rodriguez. I say bring up everybody who's hungry. Literally, because you're not feeding them. And then figuratively on the field because they want to win. I am tired of the dickheads that we have on this roster that don't give a flying you know what. I want to see some passion. I want to see some players that are going to take their lumps, but they're going to turn around and they're going to say, I'm going to get them next time. And hey, I'm going to cheer the next guy that comes out there. And so on and so on. Jaime Barrera, let him start the rest of the season. Let Detmers in there and get his lumps. Do whatever you got to do with Packy in either bullpen or rotation. Continue. I'm pumped that this team can get better for next season and have a rotation that maybe the biggest thing that this team can do possibly is get an ace next year to anchor what they already have and maybe bring back Cobb or just go youth movement, because I think the youth pitchers that they have can help them be contenders. You know what can hold them back, though? A bullpen. A bullpen full of just toys that don't fit. This team needs a real bullpen coach and a real pitching coach, number one. And number two, just bringing in a bunch of veterans isn't going to work. You're going to have young guys who are established, young guys from this organization, and then you sprinkle in the guys that want to win that are freaking talented. Not just guys out the scrap heap, not just guys with resumes. Bring someone in that's going to be here to do the right thing, because I just think the bullpen could have saved us, and it has killed us in so many different ways this season. I know it's a longer rant than usual, but I'm very frustrated. And I know I haven't read no comments, but I'm going to get into them. I'm just blown away right now because of how frustrated as a fan I am. To not a breaking point, but just to a point of now I look at it on the same day where realistically we could look back at this in September and say this was a game we were eliminated. This was a game that we knew it was all hope was lost. And then you could look at it and say, man, I hope the Dodgers didn't start this day as their day to the World Series. And I hate talking about the Dodgers. Some of you said don't talk about the Dodgers. But I will say this. They're in our backyard. We hear them all the time. They come to our games because they can't afford their own at times. They are the worst fan base of all time. Yet they pay so much money. They could be all on unemployment, but they're going to spend their unemployment checks at Dodger Stadium. They're going to kill and stab their fellow Dodger fans. And they're going to put more money into that organization and sell out every game, even if they play the Rockies, even if they play the Diamondbacks. It's sold out. And they'll pay $25 to $30 for parking. They don't care. They don't care. It'll soon be $50, and they won't care. So that team will be able to print money. They will be the new Yankees of the West, and we're going to have to hear about them. They're going to have a good freaking farm system. We have to emulate that. I hate copying, but if you want to look to a team that could do something, that's them. And unfortunately, I don't want to see them and do it in 162. As a fan, this will be a miserable year more than last year. See, last year was an exhibition, and I could throw that in their face. And a lot of people don't count their championship, the Lakers championship, because it's bubble crap, right? Well, it's the same thing, but it won't be the same thing this year. They win it this year, it's as legit as any other World Series championship. And I can't throw it in their face and say, oh, 2019 current champions national. No, they did it in 162. If they do it in 162, this will be just a god-awful, bad dream for me, with the Angels being so potentially right there to then turn into this and then have the Dodgers win. That's my worst dream right now. That's my worst nightmare. I don't know how you, ladies and gentlemen, think about that, but that is my rant for the night. I'm going to start getting into these comments because you guys have bombarded the shit out of me with comments, which I love, but I got too far behind because I'm too upset with everything. Gibby, like I said, brought up the 3 and 10. I'm going to read some of them. I might skip some of them, so I'm sorry, but I'm way behind, so just bear with me. Let's see. Sean Norton says hi. Nancy says hi. Let's see. I just wanted to jump in there. They're talking about no moves. Detmer's best lefty since Joe Saunders. I think he's better than Joe Saunders. And then Sean Norton says 15 to 20,000 fans in 1997. I remember those days. Terrible, terrible days for the Angels fans. It was tough to go to games at the time, so let me just check in right here with some of you guys' other comments here. Bundy should leave the Angels. Lewis says, let's trade Andrew Heaney. Julian, I don't know what for or how we can. Most meaningful game in a long time, and we put Bundy and Quintana in their 6 ERAs. Let's see. Hi, you have reached Perry Messiah. I am unable to pick up the phone right now, Mateo says. Juan says, at this point, what can the Angels trade tomorrow? There are pieces out there. It's just it's limited, bro. It is very limited. And now they're going to see the Angels being so needy that it's going to be a shit show, Okay, I was at the game tonight. Trotter here says the game was over. We looked like shit, and we played like shit. A bunch of AAA players should come up. Keep Trout out there the rest of the year. I think he's not going to come back. F the medical staff. They are worthless. They are worthless. Perry is on my list of the deadline that reads nothing else here. Grillmaster says, Manny also says Detroit will finish above us with a better record. They're winning now, and so are the Royals, so they might jump ahead of us as well. The only good thing about that is we get a better draft pick. Danny says last year we traded Barreto and we picked up Eaton. LMAO, laugh, what a joke. And that's the thing too. They picked up those guys and Barreto for La Stella, and that was not a fair trade at all. While Dodgers make these awesome moves down the street from us, Danny says. Yeah, Mateo says the only reason why the Dodgers traded for Scherzer was because of Bauer. Bauer's movements off the field affected us on the field. Isn't that crazy? Chris Swanky says, well, shit, that was pathetic. Offense tonight. Yeah, only, 3-4 hits. The season is over. I'm embarrassed to be a fan. Wear this gear. I wasted my money tonight. Left in the 6th inning. Another wasted season. I feel you right there, Trouter here. Let's see. Trouter here also says, I'm ready for football. Embarrassing team in front office. Moreno needs to be stopped from this team, jailed, and sent to hell. Grilled Master. Jeez. Barreto's still on the DL. Sean reminds us. So we missed that guy that was hitting less than 200. Mateo's who's ready for football? I'm just going to play that when we are officially eliminated. It's going to be like, I hate watching this team many days. James says, Angels scored only 1 run against the A's in 34 innings. That's horrible. James also says it's they're scared of Oakland. Oakland just knows them, and they just have their number, dude, and the Angels don't show any fight. Artie, let's build a team. I think the pitcher is in his mid-30s, best because he's good. Keyword was pathetic. Artie needs to be banned. Let's see. Fast Time says, what the F? We lost. I hate Oakland. Rendon needs to fix his vagina, period. I like what you did right there, Grillmaster. Tom Vagina's his season-ending injury, I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure right now Rendon's vagina is in a bad spot, so... Yeah, literally. Don Hammond says, I'm thinking of throwing in the towel now. I think what we need I think I've got the perfect meme for tomorrow morning unless Fernando's got something. Trout is done for the season. I highly doubt he'll be back this year. At this point, there is no need to bring him back. Sean Norton is saying Trout at the end of August. That's what they're saying now. But again, this is the same medical staff that told you 2 to 3 days. We still have Chris Chris Bryant in mind. Yeah, but can he pitch? But the hitting would help, but then you're basically throwing in the towel on Rendon. Trout is done for the season, Fast Time says. We shouldn't hate Oakland, hate the Angels front office, Trout here says. Well, we should hate them as a rival, but we shouldn't hate what they're about. I actually would love the Angels to be semi what they're about. Let's see. Ace says only Juan Soto and Josh Harrison are the only good players left on the Nats right now. That's true, and Strasburg's out for right now. Louis says we suck ass. We're done. Angels couldn't get a runner on third base today. That's how bad it was, Ace says. Mateo says season is over. Is it time for the paper bags? Is it time to show that we're tired of this shit? Danny says funny part that we're all here more pissed off than the actual team is. There probably is in the clubhouse joking around and playing music, and not no one giving an F. And I think that's what it comes down to too. If you go in the locker room right now, you probably do see that. Let's see. Chase says, "Damn, y'all need to relax. Just take one day at a time." Hey, Chase, this is a year of frustration right now when we're trying to catch up, and we have a golden opportunity to do something. It's one thing if we lose this game tonight 4-3. And maybe the blowpen doesn't blow it, but we have a chance in the ninth inning, maybe 2 on, 2 out, but someone grounds into a double play and we lose. I'm good with that because we tried. We fought. But there was no fight. There was no effort in this game. So on one of the most crucial series, if not the crucial series of your season, you can forget everything you've done against Oakland and Houston prior to this and actually make up ground in 4 games against Oakland, and you just shit the bed and you don't do anything. That just shows the fans, even if you are trying, even if you do care, it's the giveaways they do have, again, are terrible. Let's just run out the same bobbleheads every night. The only Shohei stuff that was good was that the poster maybe, and the pillow was awesome. But you know how many times when we were there, we were trying to pass out those cards, me and Rally Chris the other day. We were there, and people were going for the bobbleheads and leaving. So they had bought tickets and left. They were coming with like 5 or 6 bobbleheads. They didn't want to stay with the game. So they bought the cheapest tickets to get the bobbleheads to then turn around and sell the bobbleheads online for upwards to $300. I'm serious. I'm not shitting you. On eBay, you go on there, there's $200, $300 on there and Amazon. So it's like, wow, okay. Putting away the gear for this year. Strange enough, Laureano wasn't much of a succubus tonight, but he got the biggest hit. Tabora says they pay to lose games. I want to sell my August 14th tickets. Hey, man, we had a tailgate the 14th. That could be a special tailgate. That could be the tailgate where you, me, and everyone else come with a paper bag and we actually make a message. Who knows? If we got the balls enough, I think we should do it. If the team is floundering at that point even more, not doing a youth movement, I'm totally down. I feel bad for our season ticket holders, Mateo says. I was in the dugout. I want to light a fire under this guy's ass. It's a shame. Or if he was in the dugout, Grillmaster says. Lewis says they have no leader in the clubhouse, and that's clear to see. Juan says A's own us for sure. They will sweep swept the floor with us this series, and it will be the end of our season. And Tabora saying the same thing. Stop swinging at shit all the times. Ace says, how about trying Upton in the leadoff spot tomorrow? Ace, that would be smart. Let's give it a shot. I mean, it worked before. We can beat the lousy teams, but we lose to the good ones, Sean says. I did not enjoy myself, Trouter here, and that sucks because he was with his family tonight. He was with his wife and child tonight, and they were trying to have a good time, and unfortunately, she even had the face paint, and we put that up on the page, and still, the team did not feed off of that. Nick to Coolin says, I shattered my iPhone 8 after we lose to Colorado the other day. Spent half of my life savings on a new one, I bet. Let's see, burn the team to ash. Here we go, trade everyone, Grillmaster says. I'm actually siding with you on that one. Let's see, when will Artie F off? We don't know. Chris Swanky says, send Grillmaster to Washington for Washington's ball boy. Fair trade. Oh, jeez. Every time Bundy starts, there is no fan support, Ray Hugh says. James says, sell and move the team unless things get better. The only excitement was taking a shit in the club-level bathroom. Yo, wow, this is fancy. Let's see. Ace says, Montaz was slowing down the game tempo. Bundy was high tempo and had a better fastball, second inning and beyond. Yeah, he did look a lot better. Yeah, I noticed that we only had 19,000 fans, about the same amount as 25% capacity. We have full capacity with fans now, and no one's showing up. Good luck. And you know what's funny, Don, is when we were in COVID series that first month and a half to 2 months, do you notice how the fans at 14,000 were super rowdy and it felt like 40,000? How many times did we say that? How many times did we say, wow, it feels like 40,000 because these fans are really cheering. They're on fire. That's because you had a better product on the field, number one. And number two, the fans were passionate because they were playing better. And now it's like you have a full capacity, or you had a chance for full capacity, and the fans can't get into it because you're too busy blowing leads, or you're down early and you're not doing anything offensively. Perry isn't doing anything for no reason to do anything. There you go. Trotter here's like, Perry is a joke so far. Perry will probably pull out all the stops. We'll have to see. Chris Wenke says, might as well trade and sell everyone. We'll be gone next year anyways. Bring everyone up and let the people go through their trials and see who we sign next year. I'm right there with you, Chris Wenke. Let's see. Grillmaster says, I'd want to go. I want to go fight someone in Oakland. Change the. You know what? If they have to hit somebody, go after Canna. Screw that guy. I hate Canna. Hit that guy as many times as you can. Start a fight. Let's do it. And then right there, James says Canna sticking his arm out to get hit with a ball. That was pissing me off. That was pissing me off as well. A few more of these comments here. We'll get down here. See, Canada was a fight waiting to happen, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. See, Matt Bedingo says, I really like what you're saying, Todd. Bring up all the talent and let them play. Let them get their experience in the big leagues. Absolutely. Turn the page. You got, let's see, you're 1-2 into the season, 60 games left. Let them get their trial run. Why not? Chris Swanky says no one wants to come to this organization unless they guarantee overpaid 10-year contract. That's because Artie set the precedent for that. He really did. Lewis says maybe nobody wants to come to the Angels Stadium. The Grillmaster says we can't score. We're not allowed to score. Artie Moreno is here until he's gone. This team doesn't score runs. Got to talk to Myers and Watson, and both were told me that they could be traded. Ace said, well, the thing is, basically, our boy Madden pretty much lost faith in Myers. We're not seeing him in the 8th inning. Now, answer me this, ladies and gentlemen. How can you lose faith in Myers but not lose faith in Cishek? Come on now. Really? James says, hopefully there's a racist recording out there for Artie so that he gets fired like Donald Sterling. Julian says, need to trade Heaney right fucking now. Yes, we do. Sell the team. Nobody wants to go to the Angels game right now. Grimmaster says, sell the team. He's emphatic with that. If I was on the Angels, Mateo says, I would want to play for my career. Absolutely. That's what you want, hungry players. You don't want guys that are just going through the motions, and it feels like guys are just going through the motions. And they're not having good at-bats, and that falls back on the players and the damn hitting coaches. Coaches, not coach. Hitting coaches. They have multiple. 3 to be exact. And they don't know how to get these guys motivated or have good at-bats. Keep Trout out there for the rest of the season. Trout here says, Nick Tukulin says players, I say we keep his Trout, of course, if he can stay healthy. Cobb, Iglesias, Sandoval, Walshy, and Fletch. Well, those guys are all under contract except Iglesias and Cobb. Shut down Ohtani. Ohtani's there, obviously. F it, man. Imagine Pujols getting a World Series with the Dodgers and the Angels are still paying him. That would be even worse. I forgot about that one. Even if he doesn't make the World Series roster, which I don't think he will because he's terrible, he'll still get a freaking ring. That would be Dodgers. That would be the thing that Dodger fans would just rub in our face the rest of their lives. Don says, I don't know who can beat them, bro. I mean, the team is stacked. It's not even fair. It's not. Maybe the Giants with their pitching, but who knows? Because look at Walker Buehler came out there and embarrassed them. Walker Buehler is their best pitcher. And for some ungodly known reason, I know Kershaw sucks and he's a liability, but he wasn't last year because of the bubble. I think this year he will be. But you know who's going to save him? Max Scherzer. You know who's going to save him? Urias, because for some reason they can't hit Urias. I don't understand that. That guy's stuff, to me, isn't all that great. But for some reason, that dude is unhittable. You got him, you got Buehler, and you got Scherzer. You don't even need Kershaw. Just please, you don't even need him. And yes, they're too deep to be beat. Their bullpen's great, with the exception of Jansen. If the Dodgers don't make a trade for a closer, I think that's where they whiffed. But that's the only way they could be beat is Jansen. That's what it looks like. When they get healthy, it's over. It's over for the league. Ben says Ohtani is a star, bro, and he cares about the team. He does care about the team, Ben, but there's few and far between players that do care about this team, and that's a sad thing. I was at the game tonight. There was no energy in the stadium. You could feel it on TV. I imagine what it was like, Ace, at the stadium. Chris says, bummer, waste of an amazing Ohtani season in the making, an actual push for the playoffs. F. Rendon Trout here says, I'm officially shit ourselves for the rest of the year. And Drizzle says, can they start selling? Well, can they start doing anything? Trout probably doesn't give two shits. No, I think he does, man. But he is a family man, so we'll have to see. Nick Tukulin says the Angels are Warren with Juan and Perry play. Those are tongue twisters, man, and my mouth's killing me because he's braces. So yeah, I can't pronounce most of that shit. Sorry. And Drizzle says Epler revamped the farm. Perry drafted the pitchers. Third time is a charm. Can't wait for next year and our GM. Well, that's one way to look at it. Grillmaster says, I think it's time for the Toasters. It's been time for the Toasters. That's absolutely true. He already planning his son's wife's birthday parties. Paper Bag's going to start tomorrow. F it, Paper Bags, bring him on. The 7 years of frustration boiling over. Not a year of frustration or decade at this point. Mapadingo says, hey, the only reason why it's about 15 to 20,000 fans in the stands is because Artie has not improved the team for 8 years. Absolutely. Mateo says, the rest of the season worth watching, question mark. Mapadingo says, this year we can get away with because of COVID-19. Last year, not this year. He says, I look forward to the season this after show isn't their session for us. I wish there was. Ace says, heard Ward was pulled from the game, third inning of the AAA game today, but non-medical. He could be on the move. Who knows? Or maybe it was going to be a move, and there isn't now. I remember when Ohtani Pillow Night, some Asian dude had 30 pillows and was heading to the parking lot. Oh, yeah, he's going to sell those and make a hell of a lot of money. Oh, yeah, I'm bringing a paper bag for my head. If people get offended, fuck them. Yeah, there you go. Plus, we can also boo the Houston Astros on the 14th. So it's a double whammy that can actually go in our favor. Sean says Pujols getting a ring would Artie in Hoag Hospital for booze. Mark my words, tomorrow will be a big day, Chase says. All right, Chase is feeling good about that, and you have to think about his show that they're going to do between 10:30 and 1:30 tomorrow. It is the freaking Halos in the Infield live 2 to 3 hour broadcast, 3-hour broadcast, of the trade deadline, and giving you all the updates because a lot of stuff happened today. They're going to recap today and obviously get into the final few hours because there should be some more wheeling and dealing tomorrow. Let's see. Get to some more of these comments here. Jack says, Trout's injury is getting ridiculous. 10 weeks now. Shake my head. Good news. Ohtani's on pace for 60. He should hit 60 home runs. Remember, Grillmaster says we don't get good players. Artie doesn't allow it. The A's broadcaster always is happy to watch the A's versus the Angels. Instead of September call-ups, make it August call-ups, Stream says. Cishek is batting practice. Belia says, yes, he is. It's terrible. $7 seats for today's game at the Big A, and it was still empty. James Sessions says, I've lost faith in the bullpen except Raciel. $7 won't get me to the game, he says. I lost faith in Cishek and Myers. Actually, the whole bullpen except Raciel and Iglesias, Mapadingo says. And Drizzle says, they should trade Cobb. I feel like he's going to be like Bundy next year. Well, he wants to come back. He said he wants to come back. Would you take him back? I don't know. Pujols, I kind of been in the mood of wanting to take him back because he's a leader too, but I don't know, man. Pujols will make the postseason club. They're not going to leave him off. I don't know about that, Andrizzle. I mean, it comes down to how scared they are of San Diego and San Francisco. If they come in as a wild card, you might have to just be like, hey, we got to roll with our best players because by then Seager's available. There's going to be guys off the injured list that are going to be there. I don't think he makes it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think he'll make it. How does Fletch Fax and Halos in the infield? How does a Fletch Fax and a Halos in the infield sound? Kidding, unless Fletch Fax and the Halos in the collab. We might have to do that one day, Fletch, because I got a couple people that I'm going to bring on pretty soon. Let's see. Right now, Rally Chris is pissed off right now. He hates the Dodgers. We might have to collab right there, Fletch. I'm with you right there. Let's see. If the Angels, Ace says, if the Angels trade Raisel Iglesias tomorrow, I'm giving up on the season. Todd, I feel your pain with the braces. Yeah, dude, it's late in life for me to get them, and they're bugging the hell out of me right now. Manny says, I won't have any expectations for this team till they get a new medical staff. There you go, too, because it don't matter who we bring in, they get injured. Someone finds a way to get hurt, and then they say, oh, just a couple days, and it turns into 2 months. Are you guys going to watch the remainder of the season? That's the big question. I am, but it's going to be hard to watch if it's the same team out there. If we're seeing Cishek in the middle of September, I'm going to be pissed off. I don't want to see him on the roster. Hell, right now, I don't want to see Watson. I like Watson, but I want all the vets gone, all the guys that can be traded. Let's get them out of here. Let's get some people that want to win. Bring up the youth movement. I'm ready. I know how you feel, Todd. Braces, I have always killed my speech. Luckily, I don't have those anymore. Good for you, Matt, because it's going to take me another year and a half of this crap. I heard it. Iglesias might go to San Diego, Sean's saying. F. Artie, he does not give a shit about this team or how they perform. If they win, he'll show up at the stadium. But if they're losing, he can give a shit, and he's at Chili's in Arizona. He's either there or what's the other one? What's that other cheap-ass restaurant? It's not. I like Chili's in a way better than the other one. I'm blanking. It's a poor man's Chili's. Trade deadline special show, but no Angels trade. James is saying. Grillmaster says nobody would get these games even if they allowed it. Grillmaster says, or go to these games $7. And then let's see. Hold on. First player needs to be traded is Heaney. Yeah, he needs to go for sure. It's never too late to fix your teeth, Todd. I feel you on that, and Drizzle. How many times? How do you like the idea of a rebuild mode? I say we should have did this. There it is. Nancy nailed it. It's not Hooters, Sean, but you're close. Applebee's. I hate Applebee's. Real quick, I went to an Applebee's, and they messed up my salad twice. Okay? First off, and I think the second time was on purpose. First off, I bitched because I got a salad that was a grilled chicken salad. When you say grilled, that means it comes off the grill, right? It doesn't come frozen on your salad. It came frozen on my salad. So when I got my salad, I'm like, hey, man, why is my salad hard? And I actually put it against the table. Oh, we'll fix that for you. We're sorry. We'll comp you for that, blah, blah, blah. So I bring back my salad, and luckily, before I was about to eat my salad, I took a what is it called, a fork full of the salad, and I was talking mid-sentence, and I was putting it to my mouth, and my friend goes, hey, and he grabs my hand. I'm like, what? There's a hair in your salad. I'm like, these mother effers. So right then and there, I say, hey, you know what? I'm not eating. I told the manager, I'm not eating. I guess their food came out good, but I want you to comp this shit because I'm not paying for anybody, and I don't think anybody deserves to pay. You screwed up my meal, and that looks intentional, the hair in my freaking salad. Oh, no, that wasn't intentional. Maybe, someone didn't have a hair in it. No, don't give me that bull crap. I complained, and now that's how you get back at me. Screw you. So that was the first and last time I went to an Applebee's. Screw Applebee's. I will never go there ever again. I'd rather eat at McDonald's, and anyone that knows me knows I hate McDonald's. Let's see. You're gonna get grills for your teeth. I already got them, bro, and they already hurt like a mother right now. But I don't have the real. But you guys are all I love that I say a terrible restaurant and everyone pops out with Applebee's. Todd eating a salad. That's right. Not true. Usually I don't eat salads, but no, you're right. I got to lose some weight. So, but thank you. But yeah, that's terrible. Applebee's is a terrible franchise. I wouldn't go for that at all. Yes, and they messed up a salad. And like I said, second time around, that's intentional, bro. That's like throwing a pitch at your head or something. You know what I mean? I'm down. Thank you all for commenting tonight. Tonight was a super. Oh, The Habit is my favorite. The Habit's good, but burger, Sean. You know what I miss out here? I don't know if you guys have gone to it. They finally brought him to California. God, when I'm blanking on names, they got Sonic here now, which is in Anaheim. I like them as far as the fast food, but as far as like I miss my Waffle House. I mean, you can't beat Waffle House. And then you got Cracker Barrel. They broke in over here in Riverside, and I miss them. Islands is bomb too. Islands is really good. Chase is checking in again. Don't forget, trade deadline show live on this page. Tomorrow between 10:30 and 1:30, 3-hour special. Don't forget to check into that. Your comments will be read, and your analysis on whoever gets dealt to the Angels or dealt away from the Angels will be also addressed. Nancy says, I wore braces for 4 years, lucky to get them off my freshman year in high school. Damn, you are lucky, because back then it was more of like a hate thing. They would go after you, and it's only been recent years where having braces is cool, actually. Let's see, Todd, eat ice cream, best part about braces. Mateo, I've been eating a lot of soup. I've had them on for about a week and a half. It's been soup. I'm actually dropping weight because I'm not eating all that crap I was eating before, the fast food, and I'm not eating like the heavy stuff, the heavy steak and all that stuff. So not steak as much, but like, meats, taco meat, stuff like that. So, I've been hitting the gym, so I've been drinking a lot of water. So it's kind of going to be a blessing in disguise, because I got to drop 40 pounds. I shot up in COVID. I went from like 219 to 258. So, yeah, I need to lose some weight, so this could help. Todd, would you eat at Chili's? I actually do think there's a few things. I love their tortilla soup at Chili's. I do like some of their burgers, but it's only like if friends are going to watch a game. And the alcohol menu is actually pretty cheap. Their margaritas are not bad. Their beers aren't that bad. They have specials and stuff. And it's a cheap place to take a date to. I'm not saying I have, but you can't go wrong with a 2 for $20 sometimes what they have. And then Five Guys. Five Guys Nachos is good, but they are expensive as hell. I'll be at the game Saturday. Who's pitching? I think Sandy goes tomorrow. It might be Suarez. I could be wrong. Gotta check on that. I don't have that information. Well, let me see if I can pull that up right in the meantime real quick. Let's see. Angels baseball. Let's see if we can get that pulled up real quick and see if I can give you an idea who's pitching for Sunday's game, or not Sunday's game, Saturday's game, sorry. Let's see. This is entertaining right here and me looking up stuff. Come on, hurry up and load. Load. Let's see. We have... Let's see. It's not saying right here. It's just talking about get your tickets. I'm like, no, I don't want tickets. Someone's going to have to tell. I'm pretty sure James will hit you up on that one. Let's see. Oh, it's Bieri. Jaime Bieri is pitching. There you go. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Dustin. And Nancy got it too. Sorry about that. James says, I went to Applebee's today after my appointment. Damn, there's a lot more comments coming in. Let's see. Yeah. Try to avoid the French fries at Highlands. Let's see. I went to Applebee's the other day. My appointment in Oceanside, it was dead. Applebee's doesn't get too much pub out there. Let's see. Sonic and Vista. Great down here, smoothies. Sup, Todd? What's up, Angels Art? By the way, if you want to see some cool stuff, go to Angels Art page right there. He's got a lot of cool stuff that he creates himself, and a lot of cool stuff. He could probably make Louis Renifo look like a Hall of Famer with some of the stuff he does. I'm just saying, he's that talented. Matt Bedingo says Applebee's is good for me. Fish and chips, mac and cheese, and potatoes. Yum yum. Dang it, Todd. Now you're making me hungry. I'm getting hungry myself, but all I can have is soup. Damn it. Let's see. Yo, Todd. We should. Hold on, let's see the comments right here. We should do a watch party when we play the Dodgers. We should, but I will be at one of the games, so I'm gonna not be able to be at one of those. But the watch party might have to go on YouTube or something, because I know they do screw around with the if we do lives on here showing actual footage. I don't know how that works. So I've seen some people do it, but Nancy says, have a good night. You crack me up. Looking forward to tomorrow's game and 70s weekend. Yeah, tomorrow and Saturday, 70s weekend. I think that's going to get more fans in the seats because those shirts are fire. Those shirts are awesome. If I could go tomorrow, I would. But I have work and some other prior engagements on Saturday too, so I can't make it. But I was going to try to get to that series. But enjoy yourself, Nancy. Have a great time at the game. Otani goes Sunday. Jaime Bieri is Saturday. Thank you, guys and girls right there. Todd, do you like In-N-Out? I love their burgers, but their fries, to me, they just don't float my boat, man. Smash burgers are fire, Dustin says. Yeah, they are. Smash burgers is good. Burger I Am is overrated. In my opinion, and what is it called? I like Steak and Shake. I've had their Steak and Shake in Midwest, and then over here on the West Coast, kind of the same. Whataburger, overrated. Me and James had that in Arizona. I'm sticking with In-N-Out's burgers over theirs. I think James can verify that one, because we went to Arizona for spring training. I'll be at the game August 8th. All right, there you go, Ace. Let's see, and then let's see. Have a safe trip, Grillmaster. Yeah, Grillmaster going to Mexico. Good luck with that, brother. Outback Steakhouse is amazing. Yes, it is. It is pretty good food there. There's quite a few places to eat in California that are good, and then there's some where you just want to freaking just avoid altogether. Yeah, Smash Burger is a thing. It's a good thing. They used to have this one too, a little place, a little hole in the wall locally. Here in Whittier, it was called Burger Factory, and you could just build your own burger. They had sort of just had like a what is it called? A buffet of how you could load up your burger basically any way you want to. You could build it any way you want to. And it was like one of the best places I've ever been to. They had the prosciutto bread. I'm not even saying that right because my braces. And then their patties were great. They mixed them in with all kinds of herbs and spices. It was so freaking good. So that is Food Talk with Todd Fox as we kind of got away from the Angels suffering. So Korean barbecue is bomb too. Mongolian is good too. See, right? And then he knows I'm not a Laker fan, but he checks in right here. Rally Chris has to say, on the bright side, my boys in purple and gold got Russell Westbrook today, so he's happy. I just say, look, you got an aging LeBron, aging Westbrook, and an injury-prone Davis, and now you traded away your bench. I don't really like that move for the Lakers. I don't think they're coming out the West again. Let's see, Food Talk, with Todd right there. Korean barbecue is delicious. I'm telling you, though, check out Mongolian if you get a chance. And one thing that I got into real quick, Not True says he's ring chasing. He definitely wasn't doing that in Washington. Real quick, I got into sushi. I never thought I would be into sushi. I got into it like a year ago. And there's a place in, obviously everyone knows a sushi place, but there's one over there in the City of Industry. I think it's Rock 101 Sushi. And, man, you pay $25 all you can eat. It's not the cheap sushi either. It's the good stuff they're cutting right in front of you. And it's worth it. And you pay $35, and it's unlimited alcohol, too. I mean, obviously, till you can't – they're not going to let you get boozed up. But they'll give you a pitcher or two, Sapporo beer on, as much as you want. Sake bombs are included. $35 a person, that's not bad. They do give you like 3 rounds of sushi that you can get. But I'm telling you, that is – you get your money's worth and your alcohol worth. Just make sure you have a DH to get you out of there. But other than that, that sushi is fire, man. I mean, they have all kinds of sushi. So I'm a big advocate of sushi now. Rally Chris says, what is Papa Fox going through right now? Papa Fox, he left the game in the 4th inning. He's like, they're just not going to score tonight. Mark my words. Shut out. They just can't score. And then that's what happened. My dad was pissed. And I've had a lot of requests to bring him in, and I'm going to bring my dad in at some point. I'm trying to get him to go on live, but he's kind of scared. He's seen the setup, and he's like, I don't know which camera to look at. I'm like, there's only one. And then he's like, well, then how do I know what they're saying? I'm like, well, I'll read the comments because, he doesn't have the best eyesight. And I'm like, well, he only has the one eye because he was born back in the day. They in an incubator. He was a preemie. They put him in an incubator when incubators were first being tested. Long story short, my dad lost his eye because they had the incubator turned up way too high. It fried out his retina on his right side, so he can only see out of one side. So sometimes we go to games and he's not seeing where he's going, and he kind of crashes into people every now and then, or I have to grab him real quick because he might not turn around. They're on his blind side, literally. So I have to help him out that way. But other than that, he's focused. He knows the game and everything else like that. But it's just that he's had that, disability forever since he was a kid, obviously. So, yeah. But other than that, having him on here, his emotions will be hilarious. I think you'll get to see kind of where I get mine from. And his hatred for the Dodgers. I want him to tell the stories of why he hates the Dodgers because I think that'll be entertaining in itself. Thanks, James. He says he feels bad for my dad. Yeah, he's a cool cat, though. James has met him a couple times. Todd, before we go, can you Roger Lodge Ohtani stolen base? Okay.
Hey, James, can you guys play that replay of the stolen base?
James, there's not much to play on it.
Play the damn clip. Because Ohtani is the next Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson has nothing on Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is the gazelle of baseball players. He can just take one step and be at second base. He's that amazing. I don't know why we don't play more clips. We don't play more clips of him. Who needs Trout? Baby? Who needs first place? Who needs the wild card spot? Because we have Shohei Ohtani. We have all of Japan watching baseball because of Shohei Ohtani. James, play the goddamn clip.
That's our boy. Let's see. Oh wait, never mind. Let's see. We love Papa Fox. Trust me, if you see him, you might say, Todd, you're overdoing it with his impressions, but he does. I want to get him animated because he does sound like this when he's pissed. And so, but he does have a regular voice where it's sort of like a George Bush type voice. So yeah. Let's see, 25% off all clothes. Use the code GETDRESSED for Redbubble. Oh yeah, Redbubble. I'm like not doing my job here. On Redbubble.com, you can find all the Halos and the infield stuff. A lot of Angels gear on there too. A lot of cool stuff on there that support us and also support Ty Buttrey and the MLB players standing up against the organization. We have a really nice shirt that was designed by Randy. You want to check that out. All proceeds go to that donation to Ty Buttrey's cause. So 25% off if you use Get Dressed. You get yourself a high quality shirt and you help support the cause. So please do that. Speaking of Bush, Grillmaster says, and I think you're going to go dirty with that one. I was going to sit in darkness for 20 minutes about the loss, but no, this show helped. I watched CB4 and passed out. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for participating this evening. I really appreciate all you guys talking me off the ledge as well. It's been a tough night. It just really sucks. It feels like a stick your fork in it and it's done type of night. So let's just hope something changes. On to the next one tomorrow, and we'll see what happens on the deadline. And be sure to check out Chase and Andrew's show. They are also going to have, if you've heard the show on, what's it called? Locked On Sports. And they have Locked On all the teams, Locked On Angels. Well, the former Taylor Ward, not the baseball player, is going to be on there as one of the announcers because he was on there on his podcast, but he's no longer part of that one. He's going to be a part of Chase's and Andrew's show tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that tomorrow. Todd not doing his job. That's why he's fired. Let's see. George W. Bush. He's going in there. He says, the Oval Office all by myself. I'm so tired of the charade. I can finally be myself. Oh, the comics and the encyclopedia. I can do so. He was a misjudged president. I will say that. Let's see. I also have two in the bush there. She goes, yeah. Okay. There. I knew that was coming. That's what she said. Frank Caliendo said, doing Bill Walton. Oh, my God, the Bill Walton. I think James might be able to do that one better. But thank you, everyone, for sticking on for the show. It's been a little long show tonight. Hopefully, we turn this page tomorrow. Fast Times has the best part for this team, the sayonara. Fuck this team! I love Fast Time Randy when he goes off on the messages. It's nothing funnier because it's straight passion and it's straight like him just saying, dropping F-bombs and laughing about it at the same time, but being pissed too. It's like all the emotions in one sentence. It's like the best thing ever. Bill Walton sucks as a Brock. No, I think he's good, Grillmaster. He's awesome. Have a good night, Todd. Go Angels, good or bad. There you go, Matt Padingo. That's the way to look at it. Have a good night, everybody, and hopefully this yellow deck problem is fixed tomorrow and I could actually be on here and on the original, have my background and everything going. So there you go. Have a good night, everybody.